Okay, so this video is about Lewis structures and how to draw them. First, we need to know the number of electrons in the outer shell. Nitrogen has 5 electrons in its outer shell, and hydrogen has 1 electron in its shell, but there are 3 hydrogens, so I'm just going to add 3 there. So we need a total of 8 electrons, or more importantly, 4 electron pairs. Okay, we must have 4 electron pairs, no more and no less, exactly 4. So the hardest part sometimes for you guys is when you start is asking yourself which atom is the central atom. Well, it is the atom which has the most amount of electrons to gain. So nitrogen needs to gain 3 electrons, whereas each hydrogen atom only needs to gain 1. So nitrogen here is going to be your central atom. You can put your hydrogens just around it. Don't worry if this hydrogen that you've done is at the top, that's fine. The next rule is to put a pair of electrons in the bond locations. Remember, a dash is 1 pair of electrons. The next rule would be to fill up the outer shells of the atoms on the edges there. But hydrogen only needs to have 1 electron pair, so they are actually all full. Then we move to the central atom. Okay, so this has 4 electron pairs, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 are bonded, and 1 is what we call a lone pair of electrons. It is not bonded. Next one, CH4. So carbon has 4 electrons in its outer shell. Hydrogen has 1, but there's 4 of them. That's once again a total of 8 electrons, or 4 electron pairs. Carbon needs to gain the most, so it's going to be my central atom. I'm going to do, oopsie, I put a bond in there which I shouldn't have. So I put the hydrogens in there, then bond locations 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that one is done. Carbon has a full outer shell of electrons, 4 pairs, which is 8 electrons. Hydrogen has 1 pair, which is 2 electrons in all locations. Now, in particular, I wanted to compare this one to the one that we're about to do. So carbon once again has 4 electrons in its outer shell, hydrogen has 1, and chlorine has 7. There are 3 chlorines, so we're just going to do that there. So that one there is a total of 26 electrons, or 13 electron pairs. Remember, we must have 13 electron pairs, no more, no less. Out of all of these, carbon needs to gain the most amount of electrons. So it is going to be my central atom. And then I need 1 hydrogen and 3 Cls. Doesn't matter which way round you do it. You could put your hydrogen down the bottom if you wish, or on the sides. So now I've put my atoms in an approximate arrangement. And now I need to do bond locations first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Outer atoms, full. 5, 6, no, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have my magic number, 13. H has got a full outer shell, Cl has a full outer shell, all of them, and carbon has a full outer shell. 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs, or 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs, or 8 electrons. Now this is when it becomes more difficult. This one here, carbon dioxide, 4 electrons for carbon. Oxygen has 6. So therefore we have what, 16 electrons, or 8 electron pairs. Carbon once again needs to gain the most, so I'm going to put that in the middle, and put my oxygen on that side and oxygen on that side. All right, now I'm going to follow the rules. Bond locations first. Then I'm going to do outer atoms. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have my 8 pairs, okay? I'm not allowed to put any more. However, there is a problem. You can see that oxygen has a full outer shell. It has 4 pairs or 8 electrons. This one has 4 pairs or 8 electrons. But carbon only has 2 pairs. It only has 4 electrons. It needs 8. We are not allowed to add any more. All right, we've done our 8 pairs. So what we have to do now is move a pair. So watching me, it's best obviously if you do it in pencil, right? I'm going to take that off. Just imagine it's gone. It's no longer there. And we're going to shift it on this side. Okay, that is another pair being bonded. Now you can see this oxygen has 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs, and the carbon has 1, 2, 3, so more than what it did before. So we'll do a similar pattern on this side. So I haven't taken them off, I have just shifted them. So now more electrons get shared between carbon and oxygen here and between carbon and oxygen there. So that carbon now has 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs. Oxygen now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? That is the final Lewis structure of CO2. And nitrogen, it can be quite hard. So you've got 5 electron pairs for both, which is actually 10 electron pairs, 10 electrons or 5 electron pairs. Right, nitrogen, nitrogen, bond location. Then the outer, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and of course now I need to rearrange. I'm not allowed to have any more than 5. Each nitrogen has 1, 2, 3 pairs. Okay, I'm going to move one now. So take that off, put that there, and then I'm going to take that one off, put that there. All right. So this nitrogen has 1, 2, 3, 4. This nitrogen has 1, 2, 3, 4. They both now have full outer shells of electrons. I hope this video helps. Now I have to attend to my son.